Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new here. Happy Transfer Tuesday. For this Transfer Tuesday video, I'm going to be doing a breakdown of our savings because a majority of our savings for this paycheck budget is coming from our tax refund, and then the other part of it is also from our regular budget. So I'm going to show you a breakdown of that. I'm going to show you how I track it in our expense tracker because there's a lot of money moves like to different accounts and stuff. So I'm going to show you how that looks, and I'm also going to be updating our savings tracker as well because I want to have a good idea of how much is left to save for the remainder of the year. So I just want to have a current balance here by the end of this video so that I can map it out later on and maybe talk about it in next week's Transfer Tuesday. So we're going to start out here. This is the first paycheck budget over here. We are starting with $10,453. My husband did make $85 more, which kind of helped balance out a little bit because we did dip into our cushion last paycheck budget. So this was supposed to be $300, but it's at $270. But if we scroll down over here, I kind of mapped this out. I wrote this down on paper first, like in my planner, and then I cleaned it up and put it in my spreadsheet just so I have the breakdown. On this side over here is our savings breakdown. This is from our tax refunds. You can see 91% of our savings is from our tax refund, and then 9% of the savings is coming from like our normal budget. Breaking this down over here, this was the plan, and I actually moved all of the money already into where it needs to go. I always think that we're going to receive less, so it's nice to see that it's more, especially since we incorporated my business budget into it as well, or my business taxes as well. So for federal, we received $37.55, state $38.43. Our tax prep person did tell us that it would have been more, but since we received the child tax credit last year from July to December, it's less, which I told them, I'm like, I'm honestly okay with it because this is a lot of money. And we were able to invest the money that we received also and save from the tax credit that we received monthly last year. What we decided to do, my husband and I talked to him about this before I transferred everything out, did decide to max out his Roth IRA. We had already put $1,100 in it, so $4,900 to max it out, and we're completely done for this year. And then for the rest of the amount, $1,200 is going to go to our Legoland passes. It's going to be put into our sinking fund for now because we're going to use a credit card to buy it and then pay it off in full the next month. I just don't want this $1,200 sitting in our account. So I'm going to put it into our sinking fund first. Emergency fund, $675, college, $200, house, $198. We did decide to give back or give to UNICEF, and 100% of the proceeds minus the administrative fee, I think it said it was like less than 3%, goes to children in Ukraine. So we donated $100, put $100 in Hawaii, fun $100, Christmas $125, and that pretty much sums up the tax refund over here. And then from our regular budget, we had $700 to put into our savings from the regular budget from when I had first budgeted for March because we didn't receive our refund until later on. So the plan for our regular budget was emergency fund $175, Christmas $125, vehicles $100, Hawaii $100, travel $100, and fun $100. I actually don't think this was from the original budget. I think I had something else on here before, but I think I changed it up once we received the tax refund. So putting this all together, our total amount is on here. So the total amount that we put into each of these accounts: emergency fund $850, Christmas $250, which we were able to catch up on because last month we weren't able to save as much, vehicles $100, Hawaii $200, travel $100, fun and events $1,400. Again, that includes the $1,200 for Legoland. Oh, I totally forgot to put this. So $198 for a house down payment, college $200, and then my husband's Roth IRA $4,900, which totals up to $8,198. As for the giving over here to UNICEF, I put it in my variable day-to-day expenses. I just put it under our giving category, and I still have to put it in my expense tracker, I think. I don't know if I put it on there. I'll double check. Down here, so when I am ready to move my money into the account, I like to break it down because it's going to 3 different things. So it's going to my Capital One 360 checking account, because from my 360 checking account, it then goes into the individual savings accounts, my sinking funds, and my emergency fund, of course. And then I just need to make sure the amount, I know exactly what I need to transfer from my Wells Fargo checking account into my Capital One 360 because I do transfer it out via Zelle. So it's ready literally in minutes. So that way I'm able to move all those money into the different accounts. And then I could, if I didn't have a checking account, I could do it individually from my Wells Fargo checking account. It just takes about 3 days to do it, but I find that it's so much easier to do it with Zelle. And then Fidelity, we moved $4,900. That's for my husband's Roth IRA. That's where all of our retirement is at. And then Scholar Share, we put $200. So total savings down here, $8,198. And so how this looks in our expense tracker. So this is our first paycheck budget. Our tax refund I put up here under income, and under the category I like to put what they are. So our paycheck is our earned income, federal refund or tax refund. And if I were to put like sinking funds on here, I would put category savings. Or if you received a gift from someone, the category I would put as gift. That's just kind of like how I distinguish it. So down here, all of our savings is all in yellow. So this is how it looks. So for the sinking funds and our emergency fund, it's a Zelle transfer to Capital One 360 and it's under the savings category. Fidelity, Roth contribution, again, under the savings category, so $4,900. Scholar Share, same thing, I just put under saving. I could change it to investing, but we are saving. So I just just to make it a little bit more simpler, I just put saving on here. And then the giving over here with $104.50. So it was $4.50 as the transaction fee, but that's okay. So yeah, so that is how it looks in our expense tracker. So now I want to update our savings tracker because I want to have a good idea of our current balance, so that I want to map it out again and write it down, like how much I need to contribute every month in order to achieve all of these goals that we have. It is March, it's the 3rd month already, so we are nearing the end of the first quarter. So I just want to make sure we're still on track, especially with Hawaii, because that's quickly coming up and I'm so excited for that trip. So I want to make sure we save the amount that we need to save. So updating our current balance, let's start with our emergency fund. So we are now here in March. I want to make sure I updated all of this because we did do some sinking funds spending last month. Okay, I think those are all updated. So emergency fund, we were able to do, how much was it? $850. So $850 for emergency. $850 for emergency, and then my husband's Roth was at $4,900, so that's completely maxed out. Oh, I forgot to do, we did an extra $100. I don't know, I think I forgot to add that $100 from February because we did $500 the first paycheck budget, and then another $500 and $100. Okay, I just forgot to update that. So back to the tracker. So for college, we did do $200. Vehicles, I think, was $100. Vehicles, $100. You know what? I'm going to move this over here so it's closer. So savings for vehicle is $100. I believe Hawaii was $200. Travel is $100. And then Christmas was $250 to catch us up. And then fun and events is $1,400. We didn't do anything for myself, my husband, and kids. And then for house down, it was $198. So now that I have updated my savings and I have the current balance as of right now, what I'm going to do is map out the rest of the year and kind of change up this monthly contribution and how much we need to save going forward, especially now that we don't have to contribute to my husband's Roth IRA. That kind of opens up more money to contribute to everything else. I'll talk more about that in next week's video and hopefully have some money to contribute as well into our savings. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you've received your tax refund and how you saved it or plan to save it, or how you spent your tax refund money. I'd really love to know because I'm curious. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching, especially for watching till the end, and I will talk to you in my next video. Have a good one, guys.